Mic check. Boris Nova too young. Check, check. All right, let's get started. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's Sam here with GSK Wealth Builders, and we are about to do something different today. So we're going to be doing a DeFi microcap gem search. So as you know, a lot of people just focus on the top 100 coins, and they don't actually look to see what's new coming out. And sometimes a coin will come out and it's a completely different technology, completely different use case, and sometimes they can just jump to the top. I'll give you an example. Definity came out in, I think, 2-3 weeks ago, and it ended up landing in the top 10 out of nowhere, but it was actually a very big project from 2017. So today what we're going to do is look for DeFi microcap gems to see if we can find any new coins that we might want to invest in the future. And there's a process that you go through to find out what coins have a higher probability of winning. So we're going to go over that. So let me go through. I actually have a spreadsheet that I use. I have a spreadsheet that I use, and it just helps me follow a process. So let me try and find that spreadsheet. It is on Airtable. Airtable. And where's the form? Okay, so I have a little spreadsheet that helps me just look through criteria, and then I have a form and I enter the information on the form. So we'll go over that, and there's actually some information that I want to share as well. So let me just get the chats going first, so I can see the chats on my phone. GSK Wealth Builders. Okay, here we go. See the chats on my phone. Oh, there we are. Just in case anyone got questions. Okay, so we're good to go. Now, just go over some news first before we get started, because today was some big news popped out today, and I just want to go over that because it's going to mean that the market is about to change, and we have no idea what's going to happen in the future, but the market is going to change for sure. off of today's news. Let me see here, the lightning. So first of all, I did a survey of the GSK Wealth Builders community. 155 people voted on it, and it was just about different topics of what I should be covering or what people think I should be covering. It's interesting. DeFi, my favorite topic. 12% of the people want to see DeFi. 55% of the people want to see helium videos. So helium is the number one topic. And actually today, if you can see this or not, yeah, today I got a package from Helium, and I actually got another miner. So I'm going to set up another miner today. It's only one, though. There's supposed to be 10 more on the go. I'm not sure where the other 10 are, but they'll be coming soon. New coins and new token analysis. That's what today's stream is about. So we're going to talk about some new coins and just go from there. So right now, right now, what you're going to notice is the market has been going up. So we go to coin market cap. The market's been going up for the past 4 days. And last night there was a big dump in Bitcoin. It went to 36.9 or something like that. And I was shorting some coins during that time. And then we rebounded back to 39,000. So there's a bunch of dumps sometimes at night where I don't have no idea what's going on, but there's people moving the markets down and then they buy it back up in the morning before anyone can notice it. So if we look at the week, because last week was a bloody week, wow. So in the last 7 days, Helium is actually up 29%. Horizon token is up 22%. Omi's Go network is up. So Helium is doing really well, actually. So what else? Telecoin is up. So Telecoin actually hit around 6 cents probably. So they're still down a little bit in the couple weeks. But on the week, it looks like most of the big coins are back up on the week. Now, if we look at the losers, the biggest loser is Terra, Luna. Why Terra would go down? So Terra, the way that coin works is when someone gets Terra stablecoin, it burns Terra Luna. So maybe that's just in relation to all of the leverage that was in the market. All of the leverage people buying Luna all of a sudden got blown up and they're down. The best buy, if I was to buy today, not financial advice, obviously, but if I was to buy today, I would go to the biggest losers right now, and I can see Solana at $34. That's a solid buy because that's a blockchain that is going to be there for a long time. Avalanche is a solid blockchain, but internet computers, I'm still interested in seeing what they're going to do. Kusama is still down 19%, so I would definitely look at those I would definitely look at those, and also FTT token and Zillicus. So just 1 second, support. I just got to log in to my account. I need to get the facial recognition or something. Okay, logged in. So yeah, the market is rebounding and Helium is looking solid. So let's just get into the news. Bill Ackman, concerning Helium. Bill Ackman, who is known as one of the largest investors, or I guess one of the most covered investors, I'll say, on Wall Street. He's returned a decent amount in the last 10 years, around probably 600% in the last 10 years. And Today, he said he wouldn't buy Bitcoin. So Wall Street continues to, fight Bitcoin. Meanwhile, you have guys going for Bitcoin, buying it on their balance sheet, and you're going to have the back and forth until everyone is on the train, right? So once everyone is on the train, we're going to see a huge shift in Wall Street, and probably Bitcoin's going to go to 4 or 5 trillion in market cap once they're all in. So look at what Bill Ackman says. Billionaire Bill Ackman said that he wouldn't invest in Bitcoin because it's purely speculative. It's only worth something. It's only worth what someone else would buy it from you for. So that's the same thing with stocks. Like I can say your stock is trash and I'm not going to buy it from you. But yeah, so anyways, that's what it is. So it's only worth what someone else will buy it from you for. Okay, well, people are buying it at 40,000 right now. But there are some other interesting cryptocurrencies. According to Ackman, he gave an example. Helium. HNT is a project which is built on decentralized wireless network. It sells so-called helium hotspots like a small router, and it provides HNT token in return for hotspot usage. By deploying a simple device in your home or office, you can provide your city with miles of low-power network coverage for billions of devices to earn new HNT. Hotspots are an HNT for building and securing a network. Ackman says Helium is motivating people to build a global wireless network. But he clarified neither he nor Pershing have invested in the project or its token. Helium was founded in 2013, so we know this. So he says, I think crypto is here to stay. It's really interesting in terms of the business opportunities it helps create. I wouldn't invest in Bitcoin or a currency that's a pure speculative asset. Intrinsic value is driven to me by cash generation. You have to be able to see or build a discounted cash flow calculation. So basically what he's saying is, if this coin doesn't make me money, I'm not going to invest in it. But the thing is, you can actually get yield on your Bitcoin using DeFi. So he doesn't know about that yet, but you can get yield on your Bitcoin. So, okay. So now the funny thing is, so Bill Ackman says, I'm not going to buy Bitcoin, or I'm not going to speculate. And then 𝙏𝙼𝙖𝙣𝙠, who's actually one of his biggest nemesises, says, I'm looking to invest 1.5 billion in crypto. So meanwhile, while Bill Ackman's sitting here talking about I don't trust it, 𝙏𝙼𝙖𝙣𝙠, who's actually does the opposite of Bill a lot. So maybe when Bill Ackman said no, 𝙏𝙼𝙖𝙣𝙠 said yes. But yeah, when he is bullish. So what is he saying? He's saying, I'm looking to invest in crypto in a relatively big way. Big would mean $1 billion or $1.5 billion. So for him, I think he manages a fund around $18 billion, $16 to $18 billion. Or maybe that's his personal wealth. But yeah, I'm not looking at a whole business. I'm not looking to buy what's, necessarily at this time. I'm just looking at the whole business now and how I might get involved with it. I will say about cryptocurrencies, I don't think there'll be a lot of survivors out there trading today. I think there's going to be some form of really feeling that there's safety and value there. I'm not sure what that means. However, 𝙏𝙼𝙖𝙗 investing, that's huge. This guy, I would say he's one of the greatest investors. Well, he is one of the greatest investors of all time. He averaged 30% per year for over 30 years. And turned $100,000 into like $20-ish billion. So he is a good person to look at when it comes to crypto and coins like that. So in other news, I guess there was issues with Binance leverage tokens. So what Binance has is they have 1 to 3x leverage tokens, where you can go long the market or you can go short the market. And I guess in the crash, it didn't work that well. So let's see, this month's plunge. So imagine a 3x leverage token and the market goes down 70% in a coin. You're done. I don't know. So this month's plunge in cryptocurrency led to steep losses in certain leverage tokens issued by Binance that might sound like a stating of the obvious, but some traders, it was a nasty surprise. Especially when the tokens were designed to profit when the prices fell. Traders and investors who thought they would score big ended up having losers when they were flooded with social media, blah, blah, blah. Some claim that the tokens didn't deliver as promised. As far as to speculate, Binance had manipulated the tokens for its own benefit. I'm not going to stop pressing this issue, someone said. So Binance confirmed some traders lost money on the down tokens, which are designed to profit when the underlying currency, such as Ether, falls in price. The Binance tickers ETH down and BTC down show that they're positioned in the market. So somehow people were betting that the market would go down, and it didn't work. Doesn't make any sense, right? So the price swing wildly Binance leveraged tokens. So basically it went up and then it just got mangled. So Binance users have the opportunity to capitalize on the massive sell-off, and they rush to buy the inverse leverage token as demand by BTC down and ETH down. But instead of going up when the market tanked, these tokens' prices declined in some instances. Some buyers said adding to the supply of the tokens appeared to increase dramatically. Some traders provided CoinDesk with screenshots showing that Binance should be held responsible. That's pretty crazy, because I trade leveraged tokens. Like every day this week, I've traded leverage tokens. So apparently they've delisted the token, then they listed new ones. In contrast, existing leverage tokens like FTX's are centrally provided. This means you're putting your trust in the people. That's crazy. So, I mean, that sucks, because you're betting that the market's going to go down, the market is going down, and you lose money. Then people are betting that the market's going to go up, the market goes down, and they lose money. So it's a lose-lose situation. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I still trade leverage tokens as is right now. Okay, so Bitcoin outflow. So Bitcoin outflow from exchanges suggests confidence in the crypto route is over, or lack of confidence is over, and the blockchain is showing that we've established a foothold above 40,000. Well, that's not true anymore, because we've been below 40,000. But the 7-day average of Bitcoin inflows has turned negative. So what was happening is, apparently the day before the crash, a bunch of crypto went to the exchanges like Binance, and people were selling their crypto for cash. So the net transfer value of exchanges, so basically everyone was putting their money on exchanges so they could sell, and that stopped happening. So the 7-day average of net flows was 10,000 Bitcoin on May 17th. So that's crazy. 10,000 Bitcoin loaded on May 17th. And then all of a sudden they sold, and it had a 50% drop. So imagine if you had some kind of app. There should be an app available where you can track these coins or track these tokens. And then if 10,000 Bitcoin was to hit the exchange, you get a text like, yo, these whales are about to dump on you. And then you could, I don't know, you could sell or you could trade. I don't know how you could do that, but that should be an option that someone builds, because that would save a lot of people hardship when there's manipulation in the market, right? So unfortunately, only insiders usually have this information. So if you're not an insider, you're not going to know that these coins are about to get sold off, and that's unfortunate, because, well, you need to be able to know what's going on. So next, so the Binance Smart Chain adds CipherTrace for illicit transactions. So this is actually very important, because centralized crypto, Binance, Coinbase, they're all being pressured by the government to basically tell on the people that are making money so that they can collect their taxes, or try to find the dealers, the extortionists, all of those things. So Binance apparently has a way to figure out which transactions are illegal and which transactions are not illegal. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but apparently they have a way to do it. So also for rug pulls and things like that. Now, one of the unfortunate things that happens in crypto is scams. Rug pulls, scams, they happen every single day. every single day, and there's nothing really you can do about it other than research really heavily. You have to be very careful in what you invest in, where you put your money, because if the website goes broke, there's not much you can do. So Binance is not responsible for rug pulls on the Binance Smart Chain. So here's an issue: someone could create a coin on the Binance Smart Chain, for example, Smart Chain, new Smart Chain. They'll call that new Smart Chain, and then all of a sudden, people put their money on this new platform, thinking that they're going to get interest, and then there's a rug pull. So basically, either the coin that you invested in, they sell it off for profits and then just disappear, or they'll say there was a hack, and all of a sudden your funds are gone. So Binance, because it was a massive hack, for example, BlockFi, it was $11 million loss. People were saying, well, why don't you just roll back the blockchain and like get the money back? But Binance decided not to do that. It's not possible. There, in a way, a lot of people think there's some kind of rollback. I guess there isn't. So our approach is educating and supporting the developers, and they don't want to be the police, basically. So that's unfortunate that Binance won't do. Well, it's not unfortunate, but that's just the reality. That's just the reality of crypto. Is you put your money at risk every time that you go on crypto, and if it's gone, it's your fault. It's your fault. Now, unfortunately, that leaves it wide open for hackers and things like that, but you just have to stay away from the hackers. So ING Bank is actually doing experiences with DeFi. Apparently, they're going to be, I don't know, trying to figure out how to make money with crypto. And they're going to have a collateralized market, a non-collateralized market. So you're going to be able to take loans and put collateral as real estate. So for example, maybe you can put your house up as collateral and get a loan against your house using a DeFi protocol on the Ethereum blockchain, where they put that loan on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then other than that, I don't know, the way crypto lends is actually a very interesting way, because you're giving them an asset and they're giving you cash, and then if you don't pay it back, they just take your asset. So imagine they could just do that with other things, and that would, make lending more accessible for people that want to start a business or want to do other things. So Ripple, this is actually big news, because Ripple has two companies. Ripple has a coin, which that's what everybody in crypto is invested in. They have a coin, and people think that the success of Ripple's company is related to the success of the coin. It kind of is and kind of isn't. But then Ripple has a corporation, and Mike Novogratz, for example, is in this corporation, and some other people, and the Ripple CEO. And so what they're saying is they're going to have an IPO. So they're going to have this coin that is on the exchanges, but then they're also going to have Ripple Inc. on the stock market, which is not fair. In my opinion, it's not fair that these guys can have their cake and eat it too. Like, they'll print themselves millions of coins, so they're billionaires in coins, but then they'll have a corporation and they're billionaires in their corporation, and they IPO the corporation and they ICO the coin. Like, it's really weird that they're just double ending the transaction. But I mean, for them, it's amazing, because they're building one product and getting rich off of it twice. So yeah, that's about Ripple. So they're waiting till they either finish the lawsuit or something happens before anything can go on there. So we'll see. Last thing, so PayPal will let customers withdraw crypto. So people were wondering, how do you cash out in crypto? And there's multiple ways to cash out in crypto. It's just really hard right now. Once you put your money in, it's very hard to get your money out. So PayPal apparently is going to have some kind of exchange where you can send your coins to PayPal, then you cash out through them. So that'll be very interesting, because I would assume hundreds of millions of people have a PayPal account. So PayPal coin, imagine. So someone asked if they have a PayPal coin as a stable coin. They said it's too early, but they're probably thinking about it, because everyone wants to have a stable coin that people use. And then the last final thing is a company called Securitize. So Securitize to issue a digital asset securities for yield funds. So what they are going to do is they're going to approach big companies, big corporations, and they're going to say, you buy Bitcoin through us, and we will give you a return on your Bitcoin. For example, say 4% return on your Bitcoin, and they're going to be earning interest. So instead of holding gold, you can hold Bitcoin, or you can just hold USD and get a higher yield. So Securitize is actually a really good business because they could just like take a bunch of USDC, put it in Celsius app, and Celsius pays 10%, and then they pay the company back like 6 or something like that, right? So, and then they just manage it. So, for example, yes, Securitize Capital will be issuing digital asset securities to inaugural Euro funds denominated in Bitcoin and USDC with low fees, 0.5% on the AUM. And the USDC fund will offer 6 to 8% annually. Both funds will have a management fee of 0.5%. So that's yeah, that's pretty. It's a pretty big deal because they're going to give more people access to DeFi, and there's actually a lack of asset. There's a lack of access to DeFi. So our vision is to provide traditional and institutional investors with these yields. So basically, you hold Bitcoin, you get interest on your Bitcoin. It'll not be possible without Anchorage. So that's a bank, and Genesis Trading. By their logo, it looks like it's like a consensus type of owned business. But yeah, big companies are moving into DeFi. So my opinion, what's going to happen is when DeFi is big, you're going to have less volatility because when everyone's trying to sell and whatever, these guys they can't sell. They have billions of dollars. They can't just sell on a dime, right? So that'll be a good thing for the market overall. So now let's get into DeFi microcap coins. And I'm just going to go over some of the coins that I've been looking at to see if I would buy some of them today. So refinable NFT, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I think there's too many NFT platforms. So Moonbeam is a top coin. I don't think it's out yet, but it's coming out soon. Seer Network is a data cloud on Polkadot. That's going to be huge. Convergence, it's currently around 6 cents. It's worth about $33 million. So I would actually, if there's another dip, I would buy Convergence right away, no matter what. If the price goes below 4 cents, I would buy Convergence because they just announced some things that are going to be huge in crypto. So Akala Network, don't really know too much about them. Pokemon, nope. FM Gallery, nope. Polka Starter, Card Starter is solid. Kickpad right now is probably one of the best DeFi deals, I would say. So Kickpad is so cheap compared to where it used to be. I think this coin was like $4. Now it's 10 cents. So it hit as low as, let me see, it hit as low as like 5 cents or something. Now the thing about Kickpad is what happens is you buy the coins of Kickpad and it gives you access to their new coins coming out. So for example, I think if you had like 10,000 Kickpad, you could buy into the ICOs that they're of the projects that they're listing. So here's the finished projects. So they had Orakuru, they had My DeFi Pet, Mist, Polylastic. These aren't that great. So I would say Polylastic is probably the best one they had because it's listed on the Polygon blockchain. And it looks like they sold 2.5 billion tokens. Polylastic is an index designed to track token performance of the ever-evolving elastic finance industry. So the thing about Kickpad, I think I would buy some Kickpad at like 5 cents. Let me see about Kickpad. Guaranteed. Okay, so one thing about Kickpad is they have guaranteed allocations on their sale. So transparent pre-sales, guaranteed allocations, IDO launch incubator, anti-scam features. So if you have, I think, 10,000 to 30,000 KPAD, you're going to be guaranteed, small allocations. And those allocations, usually on these IDOs, they're going up like crazy, 10x to 100x in a day. So what would happen normally is you buy the KPAD, you get in the IDO, you dump the KPAD, and you dump that coin the day it comes out. But with KPAD being so cheap, you could just hold it and get in on all of the projects, and then you'd be fine. So I would actually be watching this coin the most, just because the other launch pads are overpriced sometimes, and KPAD could just be like I'm trying to find. So they get you in the private rounds. 70% of the tokens are sold in the private rounds, and then they have the public round. So your goal as an investor is always to get in the private round, because you want to have the cheapest token possible. So if you're getting a token at 1 cent, but they're going to sell to everyone at 3 cents, you're already good to go. Then the day of the IDO, that token could be 15, 20, 30 cents, and you've already made your profit. And then it's unfortunate, but people dump and they keep going. So KPAD, the original seed investors, looks like the public sale was 4 cents. So that would be my target, I guess, 4 to 5 cents, just to see if I can get KPAD at that price in a crypto dump. Room. I'll get to room for sure. So KPAD levels. I want to know what KPAD IDO levels are. Here we go. Aquacon Lisha, Aga Khan, what's up? One second, I'm looking for the KPAD levels. Okay, look at this logo and stuff. Okay, so the gold round, you have to have 2,500 KPAD. So KPAD's price today is 10 cents. So you need 2,500 KPAD times 0.1. So 250 bucks, right? So gold, what is it saying? Allocation calculated on your KPAD staked versus total KPAD staked as a referential. So if you had 100 total KPAD staked in the pool and you have 10 staked, okay, yeah. So basically they're just splitting up the allocations. So $250. Let me go down here. So KPAD, right? Gold is 250 as of today, but like I said, I wouldn't buy it today's price. I'd try to buy it at half price, because it's just a very vulnerable token. So if I could get KPAD at 5 cents, right? At 5 cents, it would be like 120, 125. Anyways, yeah, this is at 10 cents. Okay, so then if we go to the silver round, this is for winners of the whitelist, okay? So you actually want to be in the gold. That's it. So there's not actually very many levels. So this is a free-for-all. KPAD, it's a free-for-all. The more coins you have, the higher chance you get to be in this gold round. So I can see why people keep buying and buying and buying and buying more KPAD tokens. And then when they stake them, the staking is a minimum of, I think, 7 days. Yeah, so you're locking the coins for 7 days, and then you're good to go. So 250 KPAD, I'll probably get into that soon. Okay, so room. What is room? Room coin. Oh, options room. Jeez. Okay, so 7 million. But the diluted is like 57 million. So basically they have tokens locked up and they're going to come out. So options room has some competition. They're on, yeah, their prediction markets on Polkadot though. So option room right now, they have a lot of competition. So if you look at the market cap of the top coins, Augur is doing sports betting, right? So Augur's doing sports betting, Genosis, you have Clearos, Polka Markets, and Options Room. So Options Room, I'm not sure how their marketing is going, but they are in a group of a lot of companies that are looking to do the same thing. So as you can see, if I'm looking at the risk reward ratio, so say Options Room, these programmers are amazing, the marketing is amazing, and they have a future. Well, if they have a future and they could actually get to where Augur is, now Augur was been around in Genosis since 2017 when I first got into crypto, I think 2017 or 2018. So if Options Room could get to their market cap or even half of their market cap, there's not let's see, 291 divided by 7. So if Options Room could take the top spot, it would be a 41x. 41x is great, but what are the odds of them getting to the top spot? So what I would say is this: if you believe in the coin in long term, buy some and hold it and just let it go. Marketing has room for improvement. So what I would say is if you believe in the coin long term, buy it and hold it, and maybe hopefully you could stake it. The team is awesome. This has a place because it's on Polkadot, and Polkadot is multi-chain. They could be the only chain if they really do their things right now. It looks like you can stake. Okay, so $10,000 a day in room tokens pegged to the dollar value of room. So they're basically giving people money. So yeah, I would stake if I can stake, and I would just wait 2, 3, whatever. Now, if you're looking at, for me, because options room is a small caps can get wrecked like in minutes in crashes. So because I don't have options room on my list and the volume is only 300,000 a day, like it's very illiquid, like you're not going to get anything until something really happens with their marketing or pumping, or like a big company picks them up. So if you look at their chart, it's pretty terrible. This would be a no for me, but if you look at the price today, so 57 cents. Yeah, this would be a no for me, but what I would do, I would put this on my list if you really believe in the company. I would put this on my list, and then um I would try to buy it when there's like the bloodiest day in crypto, and I would try to buy it then, right? Does that make sense? Because if you believe in it long term, it could die. Like there's coins that literally died for like 4 years that I had, and then all of a sudden they came back. So Jason ILY, thanks for the donation. Anonymous BSC. I bought at 3.5 at the ICO. I don't know whether I should rebuy. Okay, so let's talk about portfolio theory. So say you were to buy, the way I would set up my portfolio, right? I would have 10 spots. So I'd have 20 spots on my portfolio. So 1 through 20. So you'd have 20 allocations, so 20 coins, right? Then I'd have max 5%. So if you take your whole portfolio and options room isn't 5% of your portfolio yet, then yeah, average down. But to average down from $3 to like 50 cents is like, you got to use a lot of capital. So the best way to average down is to buy it in like an absolute carnage, like death day, which happens 3-4 times a year in crypto. Like a day when you think crypto is never coming back and is dead, maybe you can take some US dollars and you can buy option room at like, it's 38 cents was when it tanked. Maybe you can buy option room at 38 cents again or 10 cents. And then that can bring your average down. But it's hard. This is hard because there's no volume. There's no marketing. I mean, you can stake it. To me, this feels like a dead coin just because of the volume. And I really, you need this volume to be like 2 to 1. So yeah, best of luck with that. But anyone can 100x, anyone can like 1000x. Now, if you look at their investors, NGC, these guys, long-term money. Spark, long-term money. Then these guys are, I've never heard of them. So at least they have they have a big whale as their company. Now, the issue is, do you know if this whale is dumping on you or not? Right? So maybe you would go to, okay, let's go into options room. This applies to everyone looking at coins and crypto. So, for example, I would go to the Explorer. It depends on the way that they send the coins out. Maybe they're holding the coins for the people. So we have the Explorer here. So NGC, we know that they probably own like a huge amount of the company. So look at this. So now we're on the Blockchain Explorer. So for those of you who don't know what this is, Blockchain Explorer is like every transaction of this coin on the blockchain. So now what you can do is you can do some research. So you have the contract of options room, which is here. You have the price, you have the supply, and then you have 8,900 holders and 67,000 transfers. So then from there, I would go to holders and I want to look at the top holders. I want to see where my risk is. So the risk here would be that one of these top investors like NGC dumps on you and they just get rid of all their coin. Now they're smart. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that because if a coin dies, why would you just get rid of it like for, a penny on the dollar? You could actually just rebuy at a lower price, or you could go back to them and be like, we want more of the company, just give us a crazy deal, or we're going to dump. Like they can use leverage, or they could just say, you know what, let's forget about them. We'll put them in the dead wallet and we'll come back 5 years later. And if they come back, they're good to go. So now let's find out. So it looks like the first one is going to be the contract. The first couple are usually the contract. So 37 million coins. If you look at the supply, so circulating supply is 12 million, right? So 37 million coins, that's locked up. The deployer, that's locked up. This 14 million, that's probably locked up. This 10 million, that's probably locked up. And then there's 13 million coins left. So I would be guessing that starting at number 5 is the coins left. So that's 5% of the supply and it's worth $2.9 million. And at at the ICO price, that probably would have been $20 million. Jeez. So let's see. This could be an exchange. So this person is why are they doing that? This is a staking contract, probably, maybe. They're staking and unstaking. Yeah, this is a staking contract on the website. I'm pretty sure. Or a price oracle. Okay, so go down. That's the Uniswap contract. That's people providing liquidity. Then Gate.io. These are all exchanges. So the next biggest one is 71,000. So okay, so if someone was to dump, they're only going to dump 70K on you. So that's pretty safe when it comes to whale ownership. But there are a lot of people that have a lot of money put into option room. So that's what I would look at. So yeah, options room. I'm going to put that on my list here. Type predictions. So that would be an app, I guess. Price today is 51 cents. Market cap, we're looking at 6 million. I mean, 6 million's a great market cap. Grade. Today it's I'm going to give them a shitcoin grade today. But that doesn't mean that can't change. The only reason why they're a shitcoin grade, so they need volume, right? They need relevance. They need to be winning. They need to have good marketing. If they're not, they're just a shitcoin. But it doesn't mean a shitcoin can't be a mega coin. Size, so my position size would be small. So if I have a 5% maximum position in my portfolio, this would only be like 1.5%. Relevance needs work. VCs, they have one large. So I usually need 2 large VCs for me. I'll say 1 middle. And research date is today. What problem are they trying to solve? So the problem that they're trying to solve, when it comes to the grand scheme of things in crypto, it's not that big. You see Augur at 300 million. You want to look at mega problems like payments, peer-to-peer payments, mortgage payments, blockchains. Blockchains are too programmer oriented. They need to look simple for like regular people. So a blockchain that comes out looking like a simple thing, this is not like a problem big enough, in my opinion, for to put a lot of capital, but it's good for a small bet. How are they going to solve it? How are they going to solve it? I mean, they already do. Issues they will face. They're the 6th. Cap raise, I don't know. Tokens, 100 million. Oops. 12 million. So another thing, right, just off of this, they're going to dilute the share price. When those other 80 something million coins come out, it's going to dilute the price again. This is tough. This is really tough. So who are the buyers and sellers? Traders. Prototype, yes. They have one solid in for real world competition. Well, yeah. Socials. So there we go. So I did my analysis. So I do this for every coin, right? I get the name, I get the app, I get the price, I get the market cap. So market cap's amazing. It's a shit coin today, but it doesn't mean it can't get better. Small, relevance, it needs work. Super VCs. I want 3 all-stars, like 3 mega VCs. That way I have like Fenebuchi. You want NGC, you want Consensus, Mark Cuban, you want 3 Arrows Capital. You want one of these big VCs to be like multiple big VCs to have money and marketing and power behind you. So they only had 1 mid tier, I think, and 1 big. So yeah, that's options room. So thanks for that. I'll keep them on the mind. You take your wins and losses. I have way more L's than I have wins, but my wins are they're so large that they balance out the L's. So okay, Kai, thank you for room analysis. What's your opinion on SRK? Another thing is old coins. Ooh, Spark Point. So first thing I'm going to look at is the age of this coin. They got volume, 2 million. And what's their market cap? 80 million. So they're a big coin. Why is the data not loading? Okay, we'll go to CoinGecko. Okay. Whew. Okay, so hopefully you dumped. Hopefully you dumped in March. So SRK, old coin. Old coin. So my opinion on old coins is if they've gone like this long without doing anything, they were probably building a product maybe. Then all of a sudden they pumped. Something happened here. Like something happened for them to pump from 3 zeros of like this did over 1,000x. Right? So yeah, I'll look at anonymous BSC. This did over 1,000x. And so if I hope you dumped, man, and I hope you got a good return on this. But looking at this now, it looks like it's a coin. It pumped it and it's gonna die. Unless they have other things launching. You did dump, but I got in at the low now. What about this? What about the rest? Oof, it's tough. That's tough. So we look at the 7-day chart. Doesn't look that bad. Okay, so yeah. Whew. Okay. Sparks drop, decentralized exchange. Instantly swap multiple cryptocurrency in a trustless decentralized manager. Use your rocket S fuel to travel to the moon with Spark Swap. Travel to the moon. Gaming. Learning. DeFi. Wow. So my first revenue model. Okay, so the revenue, at least they're buying back and burning the token. Okay, so there's some features I like about this. So first, my opinion on this. First of all, they are a exchange, right? So we have the data of exchanges on who's the best exchanges right now, right? So for example, we'll go on DeFi Station, go on DeFi Llama, and we'll go on DeFi Pulse, right? So deflationary, amazing. Marketing, not that great. I didn't see any VCs. They're building hard. For me, my style of investing is I try to jump on I'm like a surfer. So I try to jump on a wave at the beginning and I try to ride to the top and then I'll get off unless it's like a really big coin like Ethereum. You're not riding a wave on Ethereum. It's a lifestyle, right? So if I don't see this movement, if I don't see this forward progress moving like and growing, I don't buy anything, right? I might put a small test amount, but I don't buy anything. I'll put on my watch list and I'll just keep checking up on them over and over again. So Spark Point, when they're exchanging, I don't know about them. I'm not saying I'm like the most knowledgeable person in crypto, but like I have a lot of exchanges and a lot of exchanges account, and I've never heard of them. So it's like, okay, well, why? Well, they're on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So they should be known. So if we go to exchanges and we look at dexes, we can just see who the top guys are by volume, right? So if I type Spark, They're not there. Let me try again. They're not there. Right? So on CoinGecko, there's 110 exchanges, and they're not there. Maybe they're just building, right? So for right off the bat, boom, I'm putting them in my save for later bag, right? Save for later bag. If the price dumps though, back to that like bottom point, I would buy, because you saw how it like did 1000x. But yeah, right off the bat, they're not even on this list. So then we go to DeFi Station, which is the Binance. They're not going to be on Binance. They're going to be on Ethereum, I think, right? So you can go to DeFi Station and you can look at the top exchanges again. So I'm going to search for Spark. Not there. Right? So on the 60 here, they just launched a month ago. Yeah. Well, I would keep coming back, right? I would keep coming back to see. What you want to see, what I'm looking for is volume. So look at these. Like, these are DEXs. These are DeFi DEXs that are running on DeFi Llama. I believe only talks about DEXs that are running on Matic. Exchanges on BSC. So BSC would be DeFi Station, and they weren't on the DeFi Station list. But if you look at, yeah, DeFi Llama, for example, DeFi Llama is going to eat Binance's food, right? Because Binance and Ethereum are forks of each other. Binance is having pumping coins and pump and dumping coins. However, everyone likes the Ethereum coins. They just don't like the fees on Ethereum. So all of a sudden, Matic comes and you can just take your coins and you can go on the Matic blockchain and trade on Ethereum where everyone is, right? So all of a sudden, now you have all of these DEXs. So you have, 10 DEXs, and these guys have from 7 billion at the top to 400 million at the bottom, right? So I'm going to try and find one of these ones. I want to go here. I want to find one of these ones. It would be better for you to come here, go to do some research and find like Orca, for example, on Solana. Maybe that one's going to be better than Spark. Or just keep looking. So for me, if I'm going to invest in a DEX, these are the DEXs I'm going to invest in. PancakeSwap at a good price, under $15. Uniswap under 15. SushiSwap, I don't like it. It's just too similar. I'm going to go to QuickSwap because they run on Matic, like natively on Matic. Radium, Serum. So I would go with Serum over Radium. I think it's running on Solana, and then that's it. Other than that, they're all burning coins. They're all whatever. So yeah, SparkPoint doesn't mean they're dead, right? It just means they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do. They need to build their community, because the community, like for me, I don't leave Uniswap unless the fees are too high. Once they build their community, they stay for a really, really long time. What I do like about them, they have a wallet. So maybe you can trade in your wallet. I mean, they have liquidity. Like they're obviously working, but they have a long way to go, a very long way to go. That one's tough. Now you look at these DEXs. I'll tell you the best DEX right now, in my opinion, is best DEX right now, in my opinion, is DFYN Network when it comes to the value of the DEX versus the potential. So if we just look at the price, if you look at the price of DFYN, it's $4. It was like $2 a couple days. I think it was $1 something a couple days, $1.25. In the crash, that was an amazing time to buy. So I think there's going to be another crash, and when it happens, I'm going to buy DFYN under $1.70, I would say. Man, why is it never working? Yeah, 395. So it's up 78%. So yeah, it's about to double up. So what I would do is I would by DFYN in the next dip if it happens. So look at the volume. So number one, gasless transactions. So you're on BSC, you got to pay for gas still. DFYN, gasless transactions. Two, router protocol. They are the ones that built router protocol. This is like mind-blowing. So router protocol has signed up like 10 massive exchanges, and they're going to pull all of the liquidity off of the exchanges into that one, and they're going to be able to trade them on DFYN, which means you're going to have Binance, you're going to have Coinbase, you're going to have, I think like a couple other ones, I'll show you them. Binance and Coinbase and like 6 other massive exchanges are all going to be able to trade on DFYN. So what happens is when I'm trading right now, say I have a price for Bitcoin and Bitcoin is $70,000 on Binance, it could be 69,500 on Coinbase. So all of a sudden there's arbitrage. What will happen is with router protocol, they'll be able to go on Binance and Coinbase, and you can just be on DFYN under the Matic blockchain, and the cost per transaction is 0.0000000 like 6 cents. So it's like a 100,000th of a cent to trade, but you can still pull from these other. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, right? So why would you, and it's layer 2, so why would you try to go on another exchange when router is going to just give you all of these coins? Now I'll show you router. Router protocol today's price, like it's overpriced from what I've seen it, but still in the like a couple of years from now, you're laughing. So if you just go to router protocol, right, and you look at the deals that they're doing. Oh, that's May 3rd. Okay, so DFYN's like a month old too. Has $150 million. So okay, let's look at the exchanges they have. They have Bixley as one exchange. They have Ascendex as an exchange, right? Then they have, so Bixley and Ascendex, that's where you get all the sketchy coins, right? And then then they have, let's see, why do they have all these games, man? So for, they have Bitmax. Bitmax is Ascendex though. They have Unifarm, which I believe, okay, then they have WorldCoin Index. Where are their big deals though? So Rook Finance, that's KeeperDAO, I'm pretty sure. Nope. Rook is KeeperDAO, but that's not it. Okay, so look at this. They have 1inch Exchange, they have Sushi Swap, they have Bixley, they have Ascend, right? Then they have EasyFi, they have, and that's it right now. Cell Frame. So router protocol, right? They have the Matic network, they have the BSC network, they have Avalanche network, they have the Ethereum network. Then they have Sushi Swap. That looks like Uniswap. They have, there's some other really big exchanges. Bitmax, Space Farm. Terra Virtua. But I know, I can't find them right now, but I know they have really, really big partnerships with centralized exchanges. So I would look at that. Volume 16 million a day. It's down 50% though, so we'll see what happens. I think that the FYN is going to drop a little bit, and then it's going to launch like crazy. So that's what I would look at instead of that one. Hope that answers your question. It's hard. It's hard to find a really good coin that has the mix of everything. And for, it's if you're a long-term holder, you buy your coins and just come back in 3 to 5 years, or you come back when they pump. But for now, you're just going to look at the data. How can Router be sitting at 32 million in market cap? Router protocol, for me, they're not started yet. That's the first reason why. They're not started yet, but at this price, that's like a really high price. So they're first of all, they're a protocol. So they're not going to be a big app that everyone uses. This is going to be something in the background like that people don't know you're using it when you use it. So for example, you'll log on a decentralized exchange and you'll think, oh man, this exchange has a lot of volume. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, Router Protocol is the ones running this money, right? So they can actually silently build. And if you look at the fully diluted market cap as well, it's like 200 million already, right? So now imagine I would have to look at and see when the tokens lock up, but imagine if these just unlocked in like a couple months. So I'm trying to buy here, $5, $6, $8, not $8, $5, $6, and it drops every once in a while, like $4 there in April, then it was $4 there, so $4 to $5 you can buy it, and then you can just sit on it. And what's going to happen is when all these exchanges started using Router Protocol, I'm pretty sure you need to use Router Protocol to you need to use the coins to like access the liquidity. And then look what they're running on: Polkadot and Polygon. So DFYN DFYN links to Router Protocol links to everyone else, and you're good to go. But the exchange space is hard. It's very hard to compete because the big guys have marketing dollars and they can just bribe people to use their exchange with coins. So that's about it for now. I'm going to wrap it up unless there's any last questions. Looks like Bitcoin is still sitting at 38.8. We'll see what happens. It still can't break out. So what I've been told from the guys that I know that do very well in TA, Bitcoin needs to break above 43,000. If it projects 43,000, we can see it going down to, I think it was like 30,000 or 29,000. That's what they're saying, right? My reliable sources, that's what they're saying. If we break above 43,000, Bitcoin will hit 50,000. I'm not a TA guy. That's just what they're saying. So for me, I'm kind of sitting and watching and seeing, and that's why I have a lot of cash on the side, and I'll do little trades here and there, but I don't just buy coin and hold it because it's going to dump later if Bitcoin drops. And if it goes up, that's fine. I'll buy it higher later. But my number one, Polygon, killing it. They recovered from the dip in like 5 days. Shiba, people still love Shiba. FTX, undervalued. Dubai coin. Ooh. Is that a meme coin? Black Ghost. One day. Oh, after the pump though. So Dubai coin launched its own cryptocurrency. Hot topic due to recent surge in price. Dubai coin has increased by over 400%. Jeez, in 24 hours. What does the coin do? The country is using it. Well, let's see what let's see what 𝙦𝙖𝙬𝙧 light paper is. What paper? The Arabian chain. They're trying to use it for the city. Well, then why is it so? Wouldn't they peg it to their own dollar? 17 cents per coin. It's weird that it's a free floating coin. Hmm. Not on the coin. Well, it's early. So it looks like they're going to have a coin. They're going to have a wallet. They're going to have their own blockchain. They're going to have APIs. They're going to have a studio for smart contracts. And then, so DBIX is the coin. I would just like to know. I would just like to know what makes this coin valuable. It's a fork of the Ethereum network. Yeah, so it's a fork of the Ethereum network. So this is basically Ethereum, or right? Which means, you know what? If people use it, the price will go up. Oh, what's up, Tyson? Man, how'd you find out about Dubai coin? Jeez. Well, I think that if people use it, it's going to go up. That's as simple. If it's a fork of the Ethereum chain, because you've seen what happened to Binance. Binance was like 17 cents. It went to $500. Ethereum was, I think, $2. It went to, $4,300. Dubai coin, if people buy into it and they start using this for payments, especially when everyone has a phone, everyone has a phone, they're going to be paying people with this coin, and then the more people that need it, the more people buy it. So as long as there's not crazy whales, dumping on you, this could be a big coin. I would actually once it gets on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, I would add it to my list because there's more money in Dubai than most places in the world. Yeah. So anonymous BSC. KuCoin. KuCoin, I've had KuCoin since 2017. It's gone downhill. However, holding KCS it gives you dividends. So anonymous BSC, a group of individuals investing in BSC, Binance Chain, blah blah blah. They wanted to add liquidity. There's so many scams. Right now, BSC was my number one coin. Since the dump and the way Binance has been handling things, their brand has gone down quite a bit. Matic is the coin right now that everyone wants to look at. And so that puts Ethereum back at number one again. So if you look at this chart, first of all, I'm going to look at holders. So the market cap's $1 million. So this is a shit coin. But 6,800 holders, which is amazing. So what I would do, right? What I would do with this coin is, first of all, it's heavily. There's a lot of people that own 1%. So think about this. This guy has 130,000. This person has 130,000. This person has 130,000. Like these 5 people, if they dump on you, it's over. Yeah, risky. There's only 200K in liquidity. Yeah, I would stay away from this coin. Like I would stay away from this coin unless you just want to put a little bit in it, and then if it goes to like a billion, you got millions of dollars. But whatever you put in it, this is a straight up like lottery ticket. I would look at it as a lottery ticket. So I would not touch that with a 10-foot pole with serious money. Let's look at KCS. KuCoin, $7, 600 million. Yeah. I would like to see, so if I was a holder of KuCoin, I would like to see how good that dividend is daily of the fees. So if we look at KuCoins, actually we can compare their transaction volume. So what happens with KuCoin is they actually pay people dividends. So I would have sold. Yeah, I would have sold, like not at 18 because you can't predict the dump, but while it's falling, I would have definitely sold and tried to buy it back later. So if you look at KuCoin, I had KuCoin back in the day and it dumped on me and died. Like look at it. It went from $20 to 34 cents. So I just if it pumps like that, you want to get out of it because it's not coming back for a long, long, long time. So the volume on KuCoin as an exchange, I need to get my charger. Let me see. It was 1.2. So it was 1.2 billion without the rest of the coins on the market. So it's down 50%. So wow. Okay. So if you're looking at volume, look at the dominance here. So every day, Binance is trading $32 billion. KuCoin's trading 1.8. Binance and KuCoin started the exact same time. Like when I started crypto, Binance and KuCoin did not exist. And we were on Quadriga, the biggest scam of all time. Like they stole like billions of dollars. Guy allegedly died. But anyways, and they came out at the same time, and Binance is like just crushed them in volume. So a billion a day is still a lot of money. Like it's still a lot of money. So I would say if that coin is giving you a really good dividend, because they give you a dividend on all the coins, if you could convert that back to one coin, it could be a really good income stream. It would be like owning a bond. So the roadmap is very promising. I predict they'll be top 25. Yeah, they could. They could. So then if that's the case, I would look at the chart. If that's the case, I would not buy today, but I would look at the chart and this would be one of my like gem hunters, because what happens is in a crash, exchanges get smoked, because everyone tries to like sell at the same time, and then they're down and they get a lot of bad press, and then people remove their coins from the exchange and they go decentralized for a while, and then later on they go centralized. So what I would do is I would try to buy KuCoin at like a lower price later on. If there's another dip, maybe get it at like a, I don't even know what it would go down to. And I'll check their Twitter, but I got to get my, I'll be right back. I got to get my charge. Anonymous BSC movement is way more important than the KuCoin chart. The DD was incredible. Is that due diligence or drawdown? So yeah, $1 million, someone will rug you so bad. Like the reason why I'm my attitude towards this coin, Anonymous BSC, is bad because I've been rug pulled like I'm rug pulled like once every 2 months. So eventually you start noticing trends. So for me, when I looked at it, what I can say is one, there's no volume. Two, there's no liquidity. It's worth $1 million, but there's only $200,000 worth of coins that you could actually like pull out before there's zero left. Three, the chart's just going up like this, which is like someone pumping it and dumping it. So that's just them probably spreading news. Four, can you sell the coin? Like I would even look to see if you can sell the coin because there's like scam coins that you can buy that you can't sell. Um, the next, like there's so many red flags that I saw with that coin just by looking at it from experience. Now, I didn't read their website, obviously, so I don't know what they're about. But what I would say is I would watch for growth. Like buying at $1 million market cap is an amazing way to get 100x if it gets to 100 million. However, $1 million to zero is more likely than $1 million to 100 million, especially in um, the current climate. The money's not flowing the way it was 2 weeks ago. So back like 2 weeks ago, everyone had like 10K that turned into 100K because they used leverage, and they would throw 10K on this coin, and 100 people throw 10K and they'd pump it to the moon. Now people had 100K and they lost 70K. So when they're putting their dollars, they're like, I need to put in Binance. I need to put in a top coin, right? So it's like you need to know the seasons of crypto. So there's crypto winter and there's crypto summer. And like this isn't crypto winter, this is still crypto summer, but we're like in crypto summer and everyone's like, is winter coming? Is winter coming? So if winter's coming, then I need to be in my top coins, right? I need to be in like Matic, Matic, Solana, Kusama, Polkadot, Chainlink, right? I need to be in those ones where when it's crypto summer and like it's altcoin season, I can just take like money and just put in a random coin and it triples, right? So that coin right there just gave me like red lights. Like that's sketchy right now. However, you know, everyone has to do their own research. So for me, I wouldn't do it because that's just my like everyone has a different risk profile too. But so what I would do is I'd watch their like we said, there's 6,400 holders. So let's see on Saturday how many holders there are. If there's 10,000, 15,000 holders, okay, you've caught my attention. You're growing at a really astronomical rate. But if we check on Saturday or Sunday and there's 7,000 holders or less, then we know it's not a movement, right? It's just a bunch of guys holding coins. They could even be fake accounts, bots. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that one. So, KuCoin, let's look at KuCoin's Twitter. KuCoin has amazing graphic designers. They've always had amazing graphic designers. They have amazing security. They have amazing security. Like I had friends who forgot their password for 3 years. They emailed KuCoin. They got logged in like multiple. I have so many good things to say about KuCoin. However, when you look at the data, right, 1.8, and they're getting smoked by Binance, right? So um, why not have BNB over KSC? So, okay, lossless DeFi. I like that. Okay, right there, I would do that. I would stake on KuCoin to get that lossless token all day long. Um, XCAD. Is that the Canadian dollar? No, can't be. So what am I looking for on their Twitter though? So what I would say, KuCoin is like where you go and get all the shit coins if you don't know how to use Uniswap or PancakeSwap. Elon. So they, to me, yeah, I think they're going as a shitcoin exchange, which will work for people that don't know anything. So the downside of using KuCoin is every time you withdraw, they take some of your coins away from you. So the daily bonus, that's amazing right there. So if you have 10,000 KuCoins, well, who's going to put that? So you had $70,000. So if you had $70,000 in KuCoin, um, you get $700 in 30 days. So $7,000 in a year, or actually more than 7,000, but like 8,400. Yep. Okay, so this is like make a 10% return as long as the coin stays as long as the coin stays the same. That's a decent return. You're making 10% on your money while you hope this coin comes back to life. I don't think it will, but it's a good risk reward. I'll say that. It's a good risk reward. Solid. KCS is solid for sure. Um, so I'll talk about my top coins right now. Just before we go, so like my top coins, right? I got Matic, Solana, I got Matic, Solana, Kusama, Polkadot, Helium, and Chainlink. So if I go to my top coins, right? One of the coins that you guys mentioned has to be like at least as good as one of these top coins. It has to be able to dethrone one of them. So Matic, 12 billion market cap. What most of the people are saying is it should be able to get to 1/10 Ethereum's market cap. Yeah, it's 28 Gwei. No one's using the network. So Matic could get to 44, so it's a 4x from there. So $8 would be Matic at its peak. Solana, $35. I think it's already hit. Like I'm pretty sure it already hit like over $50 before. Yeah, $58. So if you're buying at 35, I'd try to get a discount. But Solana, this is the fastest working blockchain that has volume and applications on it. ADA, I'll talk about ADA. Kusama is the cousin to Polkadot, but look at Polkadot's market cap. It's 23 million, where Kusama is, or 23 billion, where Kusama is 2 billion. So Kusama is a practice place where you go and like put your coins on the Kusama network and practice, and then if it's legit, it goes on Polkadot. Polkadot doesn't allow scams, apparently, allegedly, right? So eventually, though, Kusama is going to be a legit spot. So that's why I like Kusama, but it's basically Polkadot. And then if you look at the Polka stats, they got validators, they got issuance, they don't have staking yet. So yeah. Then we got Polkadot. We all know Polkadot is going to be a gem because it's a multi-chain blockchain that's also high speed and low cost. However, look at this price go. Like it's just tanking and tanking and tanking, and that's what really is priced is a deal. So eventually, it's going to get to a price where people will hit the floor. So you actually have a lot of room to buy Polkadot. Polkadot was kind of hyped up, so that's why it's doing that. But I like coins like this when I have cash. I will watch it until it starts to go green, and on its way up, that's when I start buying. Helium, everyone that watches me or knows me, if you don't know me, this is the #1 coin that has a real use case for people, and I think this coin can be worth a lot. However, $16 is expensive for what helium normally ranges in. But today, like I said, a billionaire mentioned it. Bill Ackman mentioned them. So helium is moving. $9 was the bottom, and now we're sitting at $16. So it's almost doubled since the dip a couple days ago. Like 4 days ago, it's almost doubled. So yeah, helium to me, could be worth 20 billion in market cap. Yeah, so there's that. And then the last one, Chainlink. Obviously, we know all of the data on the blockchain runs off of Chainlink and other oracles. So you need to use the oracles to collect the data. So for example, if you're betting on sports, you need to know the price of the cost of a bet on sports, and then the result of the game, it runs through Chainlink and other oracles. So that's why Chainlink is solid. So why not ADA? ADA, $1.68. So ADA, I actually was trading ADA in the dip, and I bought long. I was 3x leverage long ADA, made some money, and then I sold because I wasn't holding it long term. So what I would say about ADA is they have also been in crypto basically since I got in. Yeah, in 2017, right? So they started at 2 cents, they went to $1.50. So ADA to me, it's already pumped. Like October 2020, you could have bought it at 10 cents, right? Now we're sitting at $1.68. So it's already pumped. It can go higher, but the #1 issue I have with ADA is they haven't done nothing. From 2017 till now, they haven't done nothing. And they're the #5 crypto, right? So all we can do is, when you talk about crypto in general, right, you're not supposed to be able, you don't have to trust the other party to do a transaction with them. With it, if you're buying ADA, you have to trust that they're not lying to you, right? You have to trust that they're not a scam. Now, the #1 thing I would say is the CEO of ADA, everyone's like, there's one of two things. He's either Bernie Madoff or he's a certified genius, like legend, like God, and he's going to crush every other crypto on the planet. And we won't even need Polkadot. We won't even need Ethereum. So ADA for me is not in my top 7 coins, only because my top 7 coins are all basically performing. So I could replace Kusama maybe, or actually maybe Polkadot with ADA. But yeah, how many coins should a person have? That's a personal choice based on your risk. However, I'll give some guidelines that I follow. For example, Bitcoin should be your #1 holding if you're like very risk averse and you're like a drop, like you get scared and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose all my money. Then you should have like more than 60% of your portfolio in Bitcoin. Then another like 20% in Ethereum, and then these small coins, small amounts. So for example, I would never want a coin to be more than 5% of my portfolio. So for other than the king coins, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if a coin is more than 5% of my Ethereum, that would mean that I'd have almost 20 coins by minimum, 20 coins, right? But I might have cash because the other coins don't make. So for me, I have a top 7. I have top 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have top 7 coins, and then Bitcoin, which I don't hold right now. But other than that, it would just be cash. So for me, it's like, how many coins do I have? I have 7, but I have 20 slots. So that maybe if a new coin comes in tomorrow, like on Cardano, there's a coin called Jera Wallet. Why is the background looking like that? So on Cardano, there is a coin called GeroWallet, and this is another one that's just been tanking hard, and it looks like it stopped tanking today, like this hour. No, 18 cents. So it's still high. So I like GeroWallet. I think if Cardano, if this guy's a certified genius, right, and everyone starts using Cardano, they're going to use GeroWallet as their number one wallet. And then what would happen is this wallet would go like crazy. And it's what, 28 million market cap. So this could be worth what KuCoin is worth, because it's going to have your key to DeFi, one-stop access, user focus, stable, interoperability, and multi-chain. So now I can just buy different coins inside of my wallet. It's built on Cardano. Yeah, so, but I don't hold GeroWallet right now because I think it's overpriced. Once again, why? Because they don't have a product. So this coin is worth $28 million without actually having a product that we can use today. What if Cardano turns out to be a scam? Then GeroWallet goes to zero too. If Cardano turns out to be amazing, the GeroWallet is a Cardano project, and now it's amazing. So these are both like watch list, put some speculative money in it, and just wait. But for me, like, it's already pumped. Cardano's pumped over 100x. So that's why. Yeah. New to crypto, man, that's, you're welcome though. Like, you're welcome. Like, that's what we want. We want new people in crypto because eventually you can teach your friends, family. You might be the number one person in your family that everyone goes to and says, "Hey, you've been in crypto for 2 years. Let me know." Then you can show them how to build a portfolio, which is you have to have stability in the portfolio, the king coins, like the top coins, and then you want to have gains. So then you have the small coins, the DeFi microcaps, which is what I'm looking for. And your king coins are going to double, triple maybe. But your DeFi microcap, if you pick the right one, like this one here, if it goes from 28 to 200, that's a 10x. But what if it gets to 2 billion? That's 100x, right? But if you buy this at half its price, say you buy this at 14 billion, now that's a 200x, right? What if the market crashes and you buy this at 5 billion? 2 or 3, 400x. So by learning the systems on how to make money in crypto, by learning the math of it, like, you look at the top number and you reverse engineer your 100x from there. So if I'm buying a small coin that I can lose all of my money, right? If I put $5,000 in this coin, I'm basically saying, because it's ranked number 600, there's 600 coins better than it. This can go to zero. So if it's going to go to zero, then I need to have the risk reward ratio be like 100 to 1. So that if it goes to zero, okay. But if it doesn't go to zero, I make 100x. Why? Because if I have 15 of these coins, what if I have 15 coins and there's 5,000 each in each coin, right? What if 7 of them go to zero? Well, if 3 of them 200x or 300x, it erases all of my losses in the other one. So that's what you're trying to do. It's almost like Shark Tank. Like, they've been pitching people businesses on Shark Tank for 12 years. And like 50 of them maybe made money. And the rest of them all failed, right? So this is the same thing in crypto. You got to be disciplined and just keep your system. The system is more important than what you buy, because I can give you 7 coins and all 7 go to zero. And then the 8th coin I give you does a 400x. And now you're a millionaire, for example, right? So that's what everyone is looking for. But the only way you can do that is you have to be able to stay in the game long enough to take those swings. So like, it's like baseball. If you strike out 17 times in a row, right? But then in the World Series, you hit a grand slam and win the game, like, you're probably the game MVP. And everyone in the city is going to know you forever, right? So in crypto, what you want to do is you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to be able to just say, I'm going to put, say it's, I don't know, so I'm going to put $50 on this one, $50 on this one, $50 on this one. And all of a sudden that 50 turns into 10,000. Like, I've seen that happen with some coins, right? So um, that's what it's all about. Staying in the game, taking another swing, taking another swing, taking another swing. Eventually you get better and better at picking these coins, and your win ratio gets better. And all of a sudden you have, 100x. And then while you're waiting for that 100x, the majority of your portfolio is just in Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? And it's going up a little bit, going up a little bit. So that's what I would say. Are you from Ireland? Must not be talking to me. Must not be talking to me. If I may, DEC. Yo, Brave? Brave is amazing. If we look at my browser, I've had Brave also since 2017. Look at this, a million ads blocked, 16 gigs of download to save me 18 hours of my life by blocking ads. So DEC. Decenter? There's so many of them. So I'm from Nova Scotia, and there's a lot of Irish in Nova Scotia. I'm from Nova Scotia. There's a lot of Irish in Nova Scotia. Maybe I've picked it up from people, but I don't think I sound like an Irishman. I'll tell you that. Okay, so it's not this one because this looks like a game. Distributed energy. It's not this one. The website don't even work. Decenter. Ah, okay. Your data is valuable. Yes, it is. Your data is a new currency. Companies have been selling stolen data. Yes, they have. Blah, blah, blah. Return to control. Blah, blah. Okay. To retain the payable value assigned to secure data you generate on Decenter, you use this data to blah, blah, blah. So what is the result? The more data generated by you, the less money or fiat needed at a POS. So I'm guessing they are going to link your data to you, and then people are going to pay you for accessing this data. So you are the owner, your data is your currency, it's your personal value, your engagement is value. So for example, I guess some people would be considered more valuable than others. For example, if you are a diaper company, right? And they knew through searching your Facebook that you're a parent, or Instagram, or that you're going to be a parent, that data could be more valuable because I could say, I'm going to target all of my ads to that one person and not target the ads to like a single student, right? So this is a very good concept. It's been tried multiple times. There was one called, I forget what the name of it was, but Coinbase bought them. And what it was awesome. So what you'd log on this website, and there's all these ads, and they would say like, we'll pay you $10 to watch this ad. We'll pay you $10 to even put your email in here. We'll pay you $20. And I would just log in there and just get all these different coins or whatever. And then one day it's like Coinbase bought this company, gone. So this kind of reminds me of the app Honey, if anyone has used Honey before, but better, because Honey, what would happen is you have a browser extension, and then it would like put in all of these codes for discounts, and then the codes alone would reduce. So this is a good idea. So when's the wallet? Q1 2021. One thing I'll say, I don't like their website, but I do like what they wrote on the website. I think it could be better. It could be smarter. It could be flashier. Another thing, it doesn't look like they have big investors behind them, which is good or bad. Usually you want to have a big investor behind them. Okay, so do they have on Etherscan? Let's check their Twitter and Telegram. 8,000 holders. So they're like, there's, a lot of shitcoins that have 8,000 holders. So they don't have a big following, but they're solving a big problem. Twitter could be bigger. Telegram, decent. This is a gem. So 12 million. And it's been tanking since it incepted. You have a very soothing voice. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. They used to tell me in school when I did presentations I should be in radio, but not a radio guy. So this is what I would do. Here's the thing. Here's the market cap, 12 million. Here's the volume, 1 million. So it doesn't meet the ratio of market cap volume to things. So what happens is when you have a big market cap and a small volume, coin tanks. Eventually you get to a point where the market cap and the volume are equal, and then the price will become an equilibrium price. That's when you want to buy in. So if this is going to be a gem that you're buying, I'm not going to buy this at 12 million because they don't have a following. If they were to pump out some news, it would only go to 8,000 people. You want to have like 50,000 plus. So what I would do is I would watch this very, very carefully. Like every day I'd have alerts. So I would have alert for when it hits like the all-time low in my phone. So I'd have alert when it hits the all-time low. I would have an alert when it hits a higher spot. And I would have alerts when there's like 10% downswings. So I want to be constantly like getting information about this. And then I'm going to try and buy this at like definitely lower than the all-time low. Right? Because there's no volume. The volume is dying. And if they end up being like 3 million market cap is where I try to buy it. And then if they do anything relevant, it's got to be worth at least 10 million. You tripled your money. That's what I would look at it. Now, if it goes from 3 million to 0, okay, you've lost your money. But from the data that I'm looking at, this is a gem. They need one guy that knows how to tell stories that can make this sound better. And it should be like, for example, what are the advantages of user data as payable value and how does it work? That doesn't mean nothing to me. What it should say is get paid for your personal information. Boom, right? So now someone's like, get paid for my personal information. Download this app. And when someone asks for you for information, they pay you, right? That's what it should say. So if they get one good marketer, they could like blow this up like overnight. And then they could get some influencers to be like, hey, use my link to download this app. And then all of a sudden they're like paying, profits and whatever. Like this thing could be like huge. But as it is right now, it's just, right, an amazing issue to solve. And they need better, like, what does this mean? Deposting, D-wallet, PDV, ADV, right? They need to clean it up. So I would watch them. I would talk to them. You know what? You can even influence these guys. I would get in the chat and start talking to them and see if you can influence them. And so they're partners. I don't know these, but I know Holochain. Look at the team. A psych major as your CCO. What is that? So this makes sense to me. The team is a bunch of academics. This copywriter, though, maybe he's waiting to blow this up. I mean, if you worked at Ford and whatever, WPP, you should be big. This team is a bunch of academics. They're probably going to have a really, really, really good product. They just need better marketing. Like, this is a gem. This is a gem. So I would keep them on my list. I would go in the Telegram. I would try to talk to them. I'd try to give them feedback. And if it blows up or if it tanks, I would buy it at like what, 4 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, and I would just hold it. That's like a moonshot. It's a dreamer, though, right? They're not guaranteed to succeed. There's probably less than 40% chance they succeed, but if they do, you're going to be booming. This is like $1 billion. That's $1 billion coin. So, nerds. I don't think I don't like to call people nerds. I feel like I'm a nerd, but the nerds are getting all the money these days. All right, so I think we've been on for a long time. Yeah, this is like 2 hours. I do not like the color in the back. My background's not actually pink. Oh, that's weird. It's like blue and purple. But anyways, yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone. Thanks for the gems. I think we found a couple today, so I'm gonna add that one to my DeFi microcap list. Yeah, we found a couple. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for coming out, and we'll do another one in a couple days. I'm gonna come out with a couple helium videos, and yeah, if you're in helium, just wait it out. The price is gonna correct. The price is gonna go up, and it's gonna be amazing. So once again, I'm Sam. My company's GSK Wealth Builders, and you can follow me at SamGSK on Twitter and Instagram. I'm out.